What if I told you there were techniques you could use to entice ladies without them even recognizing it? The truth is that attraction isn't always a deliberate choice. It can be sparked by a particular mindset, behavior, and behaviors, such as a simple chuckle or a clear display of power and assurance. The following traits will pull a woman towards you in an instant, and beware, these traits are magical, incredibly magnetic, and very effective, so use it wisely. Let's begin. Challenge. It is a trait that can either make or break a man's relationship with a woman when used correctly. Challenge can add tension and excitement to the interaction, making a woman want a man even more. On the other hand, when used incorrectly, challenge can come across as disinterest and push a woman away. So what does it mean to challenge a woman? Essentially, it's about keeping her on her toes. Don't be too forthcoming with your affections and your intentions, which can create a sense of mystery and uncertainty, making the woman more invested in the interaction. For example, if a woman is pursuing you, don't always make yourself available. Instead, do a classic play hard to get. Show that you got other things going on in your life and that you don't prioritize dating all the time. This can make her feel like she's gotta maybe work for your attention, which can be a turn on. However, it's important to not take this too far at all. If a woman feels like you're not interested in her at all, she might just give up. The key is to strike a balance between being indifferent and being engaged. Use this attribute carefully and always be sincere in your actions. Control. Challenging a woman is not about playing games or manipulating her. It's about establishing an intriguing dynamic in the connection that keeps the woman wanting more. While it may seem like a way to keep order in an organization, a man who constantly seeks control in every aspect of his life and the lives of those around him can be viewed as toxic. A woman can't help but be drawn in by a man who is assertive because it shows that you're not a wimp and you lose dominance in power. Beware though, the desire for control can manifest in many ways, from being decisive to always having a plan and micromanaging tasks to more toxic behavior. This type of behavior often leads to unhealthy power dynamics and unequal relationships. Again, use this carefully and sparingly. Behaviors like trying to control the thoughts and feelings of others can result in a lack of autonomy for those in relationships with you, making them feel eventually suffocated and trapped. Having confidence is the key to attracting women. One of the most important characteristics a man can have is confidence. When you exude confidence, you demonstrate that you are secure in who you are and what you can do, and women are naturally drawn to that. However, it's important to note that faking it can be very easily spotted. Confidence isn't about putting on a show or trying to be someone you're not. Instead, true confidence comes from within. When you have a clear understanding of who you are, you can be confident in your own skin and breathe easy when you exude that. It's attractive because it shows that you're self-assured, capable, and reliable. Women want a man who exudes these qualities. It all starts with self-awareness. You need to know your strengths and weaknesses and accept them. You also need to understand what makes you unique and embrace it. Women find arrogant to be quite off-putting and can rapidly lose interest in you. Arrogant revolves around demeaning others and emphasizing your own superiority. It's not about being self-assured. Rather, it's about being a dick, for lack of better terminology. Women don't want a man who believes he's better than everyone else. They want a confident but humble man. Therefore, the secret to projecting confidence is to feel secure in yourself when you exhibit these traits. It doesn't happen overnight, in my opinion, but you can learn how to attract women naturally. It takes time and effort, but it will be worthwhile in the end. If you want to think of it like a muscle, then the more you work on it, the stronger it gets. Charm, being magnetic and compelling, is what draws people to you and makes them want to be around you. When it comes to attracting women, this is more important than having a charming personality. Charisma is important, but it's important to understand that it's not a one-size-fits-all thing. Charisma is unique to each person and is shaped by your own experiences, beliefs, and personality. You can't just look at someone and become them and boom, it works. Instead of trying to imitate someone else's, do you? One important aspect of charisma is presence. When you have presence, people perceive you as being focused on them and genuinely interested in what they have to say. This quality attracts women. Presence is the capacity to be fully present in the moment, to be aware of your surroundings, and to engage with others. The power of positive energy is another aspect of charisma. When you radiate positive energy, you make people feel good and they naturally want to be around you. Positive energy comes from being grateful, enthusiastic about life, and optimistic. Women are drawn to positivity, so when you exude it, they will find you irresistible. People love to talk about themselves, so when you actively listen to them, they feel valued. Being a good listener is obviously the key to doing that, so listen but be careful not to overdo it. Women like a man who pays attention to them and makes them feel heard. Don't try to be someone you're not again, since charm can soon evolve into inauthenticity, and women can tell when someone isn't being sincere when they have low radars in their brain. Women want a man who is genuine and true to himself, not someone who is just trying to win them over because it is a temporary game that never ends well. Don't pretend to be interested in things that you don't really care about, as that'll fall apart soon. Keep in mind that if you do it properly, you won't even need to attempt. Power is a concept that can be interpreted in a variety of ways, but when it comes to attracting women, power refers to the capacity to exert control and influence over events. Women desire a man who has power in a positive sense. They don't want one who is abusive or has control over them. Women can detect when a man is trying to assert his dominance over them, and that will cause him to withdraw. Mystery dominance comes from fear. It comes from insecurity. One true power, cliché as it may sound, comes from inside. Incorporating a feeling of mystery into your persona can be a potent tactic for attracting women because they are drawn to mystery and uncertainty naturally. An aura of confidence and control emanates from a man who is veiled in mystery, and as I've said, that makes them fascinating. Remember this: the key to being mysterious is to achieve a balance between being approachable and being completely unreadable. Women don't want a man who is distant or uninterested. They want a man who is confident and in charge. Mysteriousness is not to be taken as aloofness or disinterest. Be an excellent listener if you want to add mystery to your persona. Women enjoy talking, so being a good listener will make them feel valued and appreciated. However, you should also be reserved when sharing your own thoughts and opinions, revealing just enough to keep them intrigued without disclosing too much. Another way to create mystery is to be impulsive and just unpredictable. Including elements of surprise in your interactions can be very effective because women enjoy the thrill of not knowing what will happen next. When you have a clear vision for your future, women will see you as a man who is in control of his life, which is again incredibly attractive. Women like a man who has his own interests and goals and who is eager to attain them. In a flirty or romantic setting, tactile touching refers to the physical act of touching or making eye contact with another person's body. It is a potent instrument for communication that can transmit a variety of emotions and messages. A signal of interest can be conveyed by soft touches to the arm, hand, or shoulder. When done properly, tactile touching or just touching can be a potent tool for developing intimacy and attraction. In a romantic or flirtatious setting, a little touch on the arm, a playful prod, a hug, or molding hands can all convey affection and proximity. Physical touch can strengthen the bond between two people and make the interaction more memorable, but it's crucial to remember that it can sometimes be undesired and harassing. The boundary between flirtation and harassment can be very thin, so it's crucial to be aware of and respectful of personal limits. This can happen when someone touches another person without their consent or in an excessively aggressive or intimate way. Unwanted physical contact can leave someone feeling violated, traumatized, or uncomfortable. The mystery that keeps one engaged could also breed mistrust and insecurity in another. Physical touching that may be soothing and flirtatious to one could also be seen as harassment and demeaning. The challenge that brings excitement could also be a loss of respect. If you enjoy this video, kindly like, follow, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching.